Hello and welcome to Trains and Viatic. Hiya Epic Fortnite. I'm looking forward to Christmas as well, so welcome everyone back to the channel. Unfortunately, we only got 2 more live streams tonight and tomorrow, then that's where Advent Calendar's done. But don't worry, I'll be back on Christmas Day for for a live stream at some point. Thank you, Epic. So I better press a button. I think I'll press this button first. So this is what the Christmas scene's looking like now. Most of the trees have set nicely. There's a few which are a bit loose, and the stalls are looking good in there, so I think this is looking really nice. There's a few places where about the snow's not flat, but that looked like people's been walking in it. And I think I do need to put a bit of snow on top, so we can do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream will be at midday, as I got stuff to do in the afternoon. So I'll go and move this to one side and then go onto the prime camera. So try not to drop this. Put that over there. There we go. And I don't have my scissors. I've been using them for episode. I've been using my scissors for episode I've been filming. That's good for a fortnight. That you think it's a good time? Okay, so we got day 23 and a very empty bus. So I'll put this to one side and I'll grab my scalpel. Evening Sandridge Junction. I'm in Sandridge Junction. Okay, quickly get the scalper out and stick that there and see what we get in today's. Now, what am I going to do in my evenings now that once this is done? I know what, I'll actually do some work on my model railway. Okay, this is an interesting one. Yeah, I live in England. Yeah, this looked interesting. It looked like tree trunks. So, interesting thing. And I'll put it back in the bag. Now, today's thing, I know exactly what it is because it's caused me all kinds of headaches. Have had to travel across the English Channel to get here. It's day 23 and it's not a snowman, so let's see what it is. Hi there, Irish train guy. So today, all the way from Germany, is some kids on the toboggan. I'll go across to this camera if it wants to focus. There we go. And it's three children and a toboggan. So this is what was missing from the calendar originally. So that's what I had to send off to go and get sorted. So well done, Notch, for sorting me out so well. Well done to Gauge Master for importing a good product. And then tomorrow we got that big door there to open. So that's going to be at midday. I said yesterday I'm going to be doing a live build today. The live build I was going to do was the new Metcalfe fire station, but I read the instructions and it was just too big to do. So I'm going to build this Metcalfe yard crane instead. The fire station will be done in a video at some point, or it might even be a set tonight stream, but Tonight I need to get a video edited for Boxing Day. I need to back up my machines, and I've got a few other bits to do. Now, I don't live in the Isle of Wight, but I live close to it. I don't want to say where I live to protect my house, but I will say close to the Isle of Wight, and I've been to the Isle of Wight several times. And if you go to the Isle of Wight Zoo down at Sandringham, that's somewhere whereabouts I have helped with. I know the manager personally, I know the board members, and it's one of the best zoos I know, so that's good. Okay, so this is the kit, and it's look easier than I was suspecting. So just taking out all the bits. This is a nice long chain on it. You're broke. Oh, that's okay. Sandra, that's a shame that yours broke. And Epic Fortnite. Good to know you live over there. One day I'll have to do a video there exploring the 2 railway lines, as they're 2 completely unique trains. Ooh, interesting. I've been on there several times, the Island Line, and it's one of my favourite lines. And last time I checked, it was the most punctual line in the country. And all the stuff is maintained on site, apart from the bogies, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the Isle of Wight does use old tube stock, as the tunnel's too small to fit anything else down. But I keep on reading rumours that one day they might put a tram in and go over the top, but that's just rumours I read. So this is a bit of a harder sheet, so yeah. Okay, need to cut these bits out. I've got the instructions here, and I'm doing the normal bits of cutting out all the bits, and then I'll assemble it. The hook looked quite tricky, but it looked like it's going to be a fun little build. So just cutting all the bits out. I'll call my laptop finished updating. Hopefully that will shut it down as I'm updating. That's most probably what I heard. I would have loved to have seen Rye Pier in its heyday when you had so much activity going on it, as it always seemed to be run down. Most piers seem to be run down, but I always have a soft spot for piers. You can't donate at the moment, but I will be setting up a Patreon account in the new year. So I would love to have seen it with steam trains for the pier. In the new year, I'm going to be slightly changing the format of the videos, just trying to make them a little bit more catchy. I'm still going to be doing the shows, I need to email off a few shows to make sure I can film. And but I'm trying to do the video slightly better and slightly different. That sounds like it was a decent train network when it was all there on Isle of Wight. I have several friends who go there quite a lot. I have had a few short stays where I've been helping to support the Isle of Wight Zoo. As I know for owner, I know for killer rabbit she keep there, and she would tell me off if she know that I said it's a killer rabbit, but she have a humongous bunny rabbit. I use electric frogs points because I read that they were more reliable on DCC, and I have found them more reliable on DCC. So my advice would be electric frog, but I can see I did find them easy to install, and I'll be installing 2 on my challenge layout on the 28th and 29th. So you'll be able to see what I do with them to get them to work. For 12-hour build challenge, I'm looking at doing 9 till 3 on the 28th and 29th. But times might be slightly different. If you follow the instructions, they're pretty easy to do. So, but originally I did find them tricky. But it's always read the instructions. So I know I have said it before, the idea with my 12-hour challenge, you'll have a full video on Boxing Day, is I've bought 2 baseboards. I'm not sure if I'll change them or just install. If you're DCC, you might want to put a capacitor in if it can take it to stay alive circuit, as that's something I've considered doing before, and that's something I'll do a video on in the summer, as I got the stuff to do that in my Dean Goods train, but I've just haven't done it yet. So if they're easy to change, I would, but you can't guarantee that they will actually work with a change. But it's down to the wheelbase, as I still have problems with one of my trains not wanting to go over electric frog points nicely. Okay, so building this up. So this is actually quite a nice little build. I've had a look at the back of the box of the advent calendar for Notch one, and it looked like we might have another build tomorrow, which I do hope it is, and that should be quite good fun to do. So is that only on one side? Sorry about that, just reading the instructions. So I've done that bit, those are the bits we got. then it's saying about putting these bits on, but I'm just working out how to do them. As it's showing, that's just on one side, so that's what it is. Just reading your comments, Andrew. So let's remember 060 did think about stay alive, but for think changing would be easier. Another option would be, I know it's not going to be an easy option, but have you thought of adding extra pickups to the wheels, as that might resolve your issue? Don't know if it will or not, but some of the smaller locos I have seen have quite poor pickup on them, and did I just stick that to my finger? So that's something I've considered doing to one of my locos, just add additional pickups. So just sticking this on. Okay, stick that there, and then turn that over and start building up the circular bits. So that go to one side and that goes to one side. We then have stacks of bits that go all over the place. So I think these go together. So I'm getting a bit confused on the instructions at the moment. Yeah. So just with this, just looking at the instructions. So I need to make a stack of wheels. So that's boat. And that's round. That makes sense. Not quite sure how I'm going to line them up, but this is starting to look better. Yeah, I hope you get your loco sorted. I now see what I'm doing. Yeah, I hope you get your loco sorted, as poor runners aren't that nice to have. Okay, so that goes with that, I think. Those go together. Okay, let me go back to the instruction sheet. So, okay, so this need a bit more explaining, as it's not the best. Is that for? That's a camera. So you got inner wheels and outer wheels. So that's why I got confused. And there's several different configurations it's looking like, so I can so it's for small wheel, then for big wheel, with a small wheel on the end. Okay, now I know what I'm doing wrong. I can try not to do it as wrong. So work out where I am. This need to drop back to that one. So that's one stack. It's saying use a paper clip, which I don't have. I will have something similar to sort it out. Do I have any staples? I'm doing a good job of marking this up today. just needing to go into my box of bits to see if I've got something useful. So, yep, screw bits, drill bits. I can put them in the middle to line things up. So that's better. So I'll take out a small drill bit and use that to start to line bits up on. But that's a bit too small. This is quite a fiddly little kit. So just trying to get it assembled is not the easiest thing. I most probably would have been easier doing for fire station, but hey, this looks like a fun kit, so it's a fun kit today. Yep, that's about the correct size drill bit. So I'll start making up these stacks and then stick the drill bit in the middle and try not to stick myself to it and line everything up at the same time. So that's one, and then that's going to be two. So that's two, then that goes on that lot together, and then just use a drill bit to line everything up for the final bit, and then leave that to dry. So now on to the next one, which is I'm going to do this chain as the next one. So again, put the drill bit in the middle. Or at least start stacking them up and then put the drill bit in the middle. Bit of glue. I still need to get myself a pair of pliers so I can do this easier. So stick that one on there, and then I can put that on there. I know that the glue is going right in the middle, but hopefully I'll be able to line everything up with it. Then that should be the last bit, just there, and then just try to line it all up. So just trying to line everything up, hoping that it will all fit nicely. And there we go. So that's that one done, I hope. So take that off and put it down there, and it fall all to pieces. Actually not quite to pieces, so I just need a little bit more glue on the last one. Put that bit back on it, and then stick that in there. And that's lined up. Not quite lined up, so that's better. That's lined up, so that can be left to set. And then it's this one. So bit of glue in the middle, more bit on top, bit more glue, bit on top, bit more glue, bit on top, bit more glue, bit on top, then get my drill bit and try to line everything up. So got 2 bits. It's got 3, 4, and that's built. So that's those bits. So what's everyone doing for Christmas this year? I'm going to be popping somewhere nice for Christmas Day. Somewhere different. So that should be nice. So stick this on here. Stick that on there. Aha, I need to put the big wheels around this. Nearly forgot to stage. Bit of glue on that. Bit of glue on this. So that then sits on top of that. So a bit more glue on there. Like so. This goes in there, so a bit of glue there. Bit more glue there. Stick that in there. Bit of glue on there. I know that this model will never move, so a bit of glue on there. Put that to one side. Put this away. Put that back there. Leave that for a minute while I now struggle with the chain. That's the next bit. Actually, it's a put for posting first, but I'm going to play with the chain and then do for post, let it to all set, and then I can put it around that without doing too much damage. So this bit's going to be a fun bit. So it's saying put this in there somehow. If I go onto that, I can then go down into the corner and put that down there. Then try to attach this on there. But this is looking like it's going to be an absolute nightmare to do. So can I do it on the camera? If I do that, I can then actually see what I'm doing. That was nearly in. Let's try this again. So it's saying put it down on the surface. So I think I might actually use a scalpel blade to try to do this. So let's line up how it say it should. Then my finger moved it. So try again. Trying again. Let's see if I put the chain out first. Let's zoom in a bit more. This is a tricky bit. So put that there. And then put this bit on there. Okay, zoom in even bigger. How is that looking on screen? A bit too big. So what I've done here is actually zoom in closer than this is actually designed to go. Okay, so that's in now. As you can see there, and then I'm going to put a nice big blotch of glue on there and then wait for that to set. So that's a bit of a pain in the bottom. So zoom out and swap back to that camera. We can have a look at this now. So this I've just about set. So the chain's going to be going up there, along, around there and around there. But while that's setting, I can do the last part of this now. So I need to fold this together. That was extremely fiddly. It's I think it's the fiddliest thing I have seen on fiddliest thing I have had to do on a Metcalf model, and I'm not convinced that it will actually stay. So put this in there like so. I don't think that that's lined up properly, so let me try that again. I need to put that wheel back on. That's now in properly. If I put that on there, that will hold it in place. That's a lid from the glue. Let's see if I can get this in better from this camera. Not easily. Actually, that's not too bad. So a bit of glue on this. Glue that on. Stick that around the bottom. Like so. Put this wheel back on. And put that back on there. Glue that back together. Put that like that. And And that's as far as I'm going to go today, as I want to let that glue there to set. I'll show you it finally assembled tomorrow, and like I said earlier, tomorrow's stream will be at midday. Thank you to everybody who's been watching. Thank you to all the lovely comments. Thank you to Soundridge and Epic Fortnightly for your comments in chat today. It's been good reading them. And Soundridge Junction, I hope you go and get your loco sorted shortly. Oh, that's okay. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube at any time after it's filmed. So thank you, everybody. If you're not about tomorrow, happy Christmas. If you are about tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll have a stream on Christmas Day, most probably in the afternoon, to wish you all a happy Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everyone. See you all tomorrow, hopefully. Thank you very much. Richard.